Monterrey World Cup Triathlon 2011. Local organizers started the race 30 minutes early to try to get away from what is expected to be a very hot day. The women certainly having a bit of a benefit going off at 8 a.m. It could be a little tougher for the men 3 hours later. And this very unique swim brings together the athletes after less than 100 meters into a very narrow channel. And from Brazil, it is Pamela Oliveira just out of the water. They literally will only run about 6 meters and then swim back towards themselves into that lead group as well. Vanek from Hungary. There is Sarah Haskins just coming back into the water. Flora Duffy in there as well. The woman from Bermuda having a great opening swim. Fairly late into the swim, it is narrowing down to a group of about 4 or 5 with an opportunity to possibly get away. Flora Duffy into that bunch as well into there. Oliveira, Ramirez from Mexico, Haskins, and you can see a small group of about 5 or 6 who have really gotten away. The locals will be happy. Their woman has had a great swim. Just coming out of the water right there, Sarah Haskins, one of the women favored to be on the podium for sure by the end of the weekend. Good to have Flora Duffy back racing after a year or so away, the 2008 Olympian. And you can see the chase back there, about 30 plus seconds back. So this is a great opportunity on this flat motor car racing course to get away. A group of about 5 or 6 women, if they work very quickly, they may just be able to get themselves away on this 8-lap, 40-kilometer bike ride. Temperatures still now into the mid-80s, and there's Liz Blatchford in the pink just coming through. A huge group now of women, about 40 plus, coming out of the water, very closely bunched together. And we'll see whether or not Liz Blatchford is able to get herself up there, the woman who's trying to get on the 2012 British team. Well, very quickly, Sarah Haskin put her head down and started to ride away. Flora Duffy, the only athlete out of that lead group out of the water, able to even come close. And with lap after lap, incredible strength, Haskins would pull away from a group that included Kathy Tremblay, Emma Jackson, just to name a few. You can see the downtown park area. This is all enclosed in one park. And Sarah Haskins pushing very quickly now. Big gear. She continued to take 10 or 15 seconds out of the chase pack with every lap. Incredible riding. And Haskins would come off the bike with only Flora Duffy between her and a huge group of athletes. About a 90-second gap for Haskins. Helmet down and off to start her 4-lap, 10-kilometer run. Some big names coming off the bike. Flora Duffy, who had had about a 20-second gap between herself and the main chase group. Kathy Tremblay in a great position. Emma Jackson, the former 23 and under world champion. And of course, Aida from Japan, last year's silver medalist. The only person she lost to last year in this course was Paula Findlay, who's not back racing this year. A little bit of a slower transition for Liz Blatchford as they all headed out onto the run. Aida, a fantastic runner, would have a huge gap of time to try to make up on Sarah Haskins. The 2008 Olympian continuing to try to take on fluid. The temperatures rising closer to 90 degrees. And a group of about 4 or 5 athletes would start to get whittled away. Aida running very quickly through the field. Incredible. This woman just absolutely loves heat and humidity. Says that Mexico reminds her of the middle of the summer in Japan. Annie Hoag from Germany, one of the talented up-and-coming stars, starting to pull away. And here you can see Ayueda coming up from just behind, and Sarah Haskins with that beautiful cool water behind her. I'm sure she'd love to be laying in that right now. Temperature well into the 90s, trying to stay ahead of this chase group. Tremblay, Hoag. You can see Emma Jackson in there trying to get herself back up into that group. And as they came to the final stages of the 10-kilometer run, a start to finish, fantastic performance. Haskins winning her first ever World Cup Triathlon. You can see just the fatigue on her face. Just coming in second for the second time in a row, Ayueda from Japan, and Hoag from Germany coming in third.
The swim was a little crazy at the start, and I just stayed calm and kind of worked my way up through the first ramp, and then just kind of stayed relaxed on the swim. I think I was in 4th position. And then once I got on the bike, I noticed that Flora and I had a gap right away, and so I knew the two of us could just push, and kind of encouraged her to go. And About with 2.5 laps to go, I just looked behind me and I didn't see Flora, and so I just kind of made the decision. I only had 2.5 laps left, so I just went, and I'm pretty sure my teammates were, you know, not working for me, so that helped gain that extra time at the end because I needed every second. And at the run, I just kind of ran controlled, and then I knew that last K they were coming, so I just really tried to turn it on, and it was, I raced last weekend, and that was definitely tougher.
Yeah, again second place, but I'm so happy, good second place. I want to take this confidence, this race to the next step. Yeah, muchas gracias. I like Mexican.
I had a very fast first K, but then I saw a big chase pack behind me, and I do a little not so fast to get in the group and run together with the group, and on the last 200 meters I gave everything I had, so I'm very happy about the third place.
The smiling German on the podium here in Monterrey for the first time. Our Japanese competitor for the second time in a row, and missing from this picture, Haskins, dealing with medical issues after the race.